We'll call the council session to order. If you could stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. We will do the consent agenda. Items listed below are considered routine and non-controversial by the city. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless requested by a council member, staff, or citizen. If removed, the item will be discussed at the end of the regular agenda. Item A, Computer Integration Technologies, Security Information and Event Management Solution. Authorize the city administrator to execute a quotation from Computer Integration Technologies, provide a security information and event management solution for the city of Winsted and Winsted-Lester Prairie Police Department to align with the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, Audit, and Criminal Justice Information Services requirements. Item B, Agreement for Consulting Planner Services, Municipal Development Group, LLC. Authorize the mayor to execute an agreement for consulting planner services for the year 2025 with Municipal Development Group, LLC. Item C, Memorandum of Understanding, AmeriCorps Seniors. Authorize the city administrator to execute a memorandum of understanding with AmeriCorps Seniors for the purpose of conducting a Stay Active and Independent for Life program at Winsted City Hall. Item D, 2026 appointments. Approve the City of Winsted's 2026 official appointments. Item E, annual review, Section 1501.053, Rural Service Tax District. Affirm that the properties within the property identification description 21.014.0300 and 21.023.0100 continue to qualify for inclusion in the rural service district at the same tax ratio as stated in ordinance 0-21-04, section 1501.052. Item F, Resolution R-25-48, Winsted Volunteer Fire Department donations. Adopt resolutions R-25-48, accepting donations from Neaton Brothers Erosion LLC to be dedicated toward the Capital Improvement Fund for the Winsted Volunteer Fire Department. Item G, Resolution R-25-49, Holy Trinity Gambling Contribution. Adopt Resolution R-25-49, accepting a contribution from gambling proceeds from the Church of the Holy Trinity in the amount of $2,500 to be dedicated to the city's park fund. Item H, solid waste hauler license application, Mumford Sanitation. Approve a solid waste hauler license for Mumford Sanitation expiring December 31st, 2026. Item I, solid waste hauler license application, Republic Services. Approve a solid waste hauler license for Republic Services expiring December 31st, 2026. Item J, solid waste hauler license application, Waste Management. Approve a solid waste hauler license for Waste Management expiring December 31st, 2026. Item K, 4M funds. Notification of broker and certification by broker. Authorize PMA Financial Securities and 4M Fund to invest the City of Winsted's 4M Fund in those investments pursuant to Minnesota State statutes for the year 2025. Item I, Northland Securities Incorporated. Notification to broker and certification by broker. Authorize Northland Securities Incorporated to invest the City of Winsted's funds in those investments pursuant to Minnesota State statutes for the year 2025. Item M, resignation, Winsted Volunteer Fire Department. Accept the voluntary resignation of Miss Ariana Vale from the Winsted Volunteer Fire Department effective December 31st, 2025. Item N, appointment, Winsted Volunteer Fire Department. Appoint Mr. Daniel Moonen to the position of emergency medical responder with the Winsted Volunteer Fire Department contingent upon passing a criminal background check, pre-employment physical, and a drug and alcohol test. Item O, timekeeping policy. Adopt a timekeeping policy for the City of Winston employees effective January 1, 2026. Item P, 2026 compensation plan. Adopt the recommended 2026 compensation plan. Item Q, 2026 part-time compensation plan. Adopt the recommended 2026 part-time compensation plan. Item R, Security Bank and Trust Company pledge securities. Approve the pledged securities that Security Bank and Trust Company has purchased for the City of Winston for the month of November 2025. Item S, Building Permit Report, November 2025. Approve the building permit report for the month of November 2025. Item T, Financial Report, October 2025. Approve the financial report for the month of October 2025. Item U, Claims. Approve the claims list for December 16th, 2025. Item V, are there 26 letters in the alphabet? Item V, approval of quotes, Swickert's Tecta America. Authorize the city administrator to approve quotes from Swickert's Tecta America to provide parts and labor necessary for repairs to the HVAC system at Winston City Hall for an amount not to exceed $10,500. That is a consent agenda. I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented, and I abstain from voting on item R.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda carries. Public hearings.
Mr. Mayor, a motion to open the public hearing.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. The public hearing is now open. Ordinance 0-25-01, 2026 fee schedule.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Each year, city staff and council review the fee schedule and make some updates in order to best cover our costs of different things. I'm going to go through some of those now. We are going to institute a hangar re-inspection fee. That would be the first inspection, we're there, we do not charge. Second inspection, if we have to return for something that was in violation to make sure that it was remedied, we will have a $150 fee. Rental housing permits, again, that would be $150. That's for 5-year permit per unit. Annexation fee of $1,550, comprehensive plan of $600, concept plan review $300, conditional use permit application $400. All of these have gone up slightly. Basically, most of the things on the fee schedule, we're just trying to cover more of our costs. So these are things that would be somebody comes up and they want to be annexed, or somebody comes up and needs a concept plan review for, we typically will be farming that out for new subdivisions, meaning that there's an additional cost, subcontracting that with people that you will be appointing. So, and that's where most of all of these things are. So the minor subdivision went up a little bit, plan unit development, rezoning, site plan review, vacation of drainage easements, right-of-ways, variances, all of those pieces. And the weeds, blight, public nuisance, administrative fee per parcel per incident is $100. A lot more of administrative time is going into these types of remedies, I guess. So adding that cost into that and passing that on to the offender. If we have to remedy some of those pieces, as far as our employee time, meaning that, let's just say an example would be you have a blighted lawn and we have to go and take care of that ourselves in order to make sure that it is not, or it is in compliance. We'd be charging $75 an hour per employee, along with a charge for the equipment of $50 with a 1 hour minimum. The water and sewer rates are going up with inflation. Those are both up 4%. The water rate per 1,000 gallons is at 3%. This utility assessment administrative fee per parcel per account, $100. What that is if we have to try to collect unpaid debts, we are assessing that to their taxes, and the extra $100 covers our time and notifications. Get that in there. And that's it for changes.
Any questions? Anybody in the audience that'd like to come up and ask questions on it? No. So
Mr. Mayor, I'll motion to close the public hearing.
we have a motion to close the public hearing. Is there a second?
I'll second.
A motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Hearing is closed. Now we would entertain a motion to accept that ordinance fee schedule.
I'll make a motion to accept that ordinance fee schedule.
Maybe
Or I'll consider a motion to adopt ordinance number 0-25-01, establishing the 2026 fee schedule for the city of Winston.
we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
A motion is second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. No old business, new business. Item A, new singular wireless PCS LLC / AT&T Mobility Corporation, Second Amendment to Structure Lease Agreement. Neil.
So we were approached by AT&T to add some equipment, 3 additional antennas and 3 additional radios to the equipment that they already have on the water tower. We're looking to, in turn, get increased rent and be able to have a few other amendments of our own, I guess, inside of this contract. What I'm looking for tonight is permission to negotiate with AT&T or continue those negotiations in order for them to do their upgrades.
So we would entertain a motion for that.
I'll entertain a motion to consider authorization of the city administrator to negotiate terms and authorize the mayor and city clerk treasurer to execute the Second Amendment to Structure Lease Agreement with New Singular Wireless PCS LLC, AT&T Mobility Corporation relating to equipment and services installed on the city of Winston water tower.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Go get 'em, Neil.
Item B, County Road 1 lighting project. Neil.
So for a little background on this, I've been looking, or the council has been looking for a number of years now at installing new lights along County Road 1. And in the discussions recently with Milliber Manufacturing, they were able to design a custom structure for the price of a stock structure. And the proposed design enhances and complements the current lighting that we do have in the city right now. So it takes the decorative lighting that we have down here at the promenade and combines it with the new lighting that we have for downtown. It's at a new high gloss finish. Just trying to improve the overall look of the city and obviously taking care of one of our largest employers.
Would consider a motion.
Mr. Mayor, a motion to approve a quote from Millbury Manufacturing for the purchase of street light poles and fixtures for the County Road 1 lighting project for an amount not to exceed $100,000.
A motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion?
What's that? I do not. I just have not of a.
They're like the poles downtown, right?
They are. They're like the poles downtown, but they're combined with the scroll that you can see right outside of here. You'd have to really jump, Tom, if you want to see, but yeah.
Don't jump anymore.
But you'd have to get up there. But yes, they will have higher gloss finish, which is going to protect it from the salt and sand. Obviously, being along County Road 1, hopefully these will last us a long time, and well, they will last us a long time. And
I have a hunch
Really
we're
make the-
getting a pretty good deal from Millburns.
correct.
So I think publicly, the council should thank them for that.
I've asked Neil to put together a letter on behalf of the
Okay.
council to send to Milliburns, thanking them for the deal they gave us. Very appreciative. We can say it verbally as well, right? They're our biggest employer. They have a big footprint in this city, and we're grateful for that, and thankful that they gave us such a deal. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Item C, recommended 2026 final property tax levy resolution R-25-50. Neil.
So again, going through some of the history, we did have the truth and taxation hearing last council meeting where we had finalized our levy of $2,134,972, an increase of $139,562 compared to the 2025 levy. It was an increase of 6.99%. And this is down from our preliminary levy where we originally had an 11.7% increase. So homeowners should see a slight decrease in their proposed property taxes from 2026, but an increase of varying levels, I guess, of 6.99% for moving forward for 2026.
Okay, thank you. Entertain a motion.
I'll consider a motion to adopt resolution number R-25-50, certifying the final 2026 general property tax levy of $1,688,472 and a final 2026 debt service levy of $446,500 for a total final property tax levy of $2,134,972.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item D, recommended 2026 budget adoption resolution R-25-51. Neil.
So annually, the city council must approve a budget for the city of Winsted. The annual adopted budget provides city with the necessary funds to provide for city services and accomplish the vision and goals. City staff initiated the recommended 2026 budget process through a series of meetings with staff. Ultimately, the process formed the basis for the recommended 2026 budget. Between various work sessions and the December 2nd, 2025 regular meeting, the council reviewed and provided guidance for the budgets. The recommended 2026 budget authorizes revenues and expenditures totaling $5,792,477 in revenues and $6,372,458 in expenditures.
I'd entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, a motion to adopt resolution R-25-51, adopting the recommended 2026 budget for the city of Winsted, Minnesota.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any additional discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We've come to that extremely popular section of the evening where we have open forum. With the holidays, apparently we don't have anybody that wants to partake tonight, but just so the city knows, open forum provides residents with the opportunity to address an issue that is not on the agenda with the city council. We would invite anyone from the city to come up at this time and speak on any issue that they may like for up to a 5-minute discussion. It wouldn't appear that there's anybody here that would like to do that, so we'll forgo with that event. City Administrator update and announcement.
I'd like to publicly call Public Works for doing a great job here the last week and a half or so when we've been getting nailed with snow. And actually, I'd like to publicly thank the police department for enforcing and keeping the enforcing our parking ordinances, allowing us to have nice, clean streets. I think if you drive around, you'll be happy with what you see. We're going to be closed, city offices, for the 24th and 25th for Christmas, and we will likely not have the first meeting in January, first council meeting in January, but that is to be determined. Other than that,
Okay. Tom, do you have anything?
I do not.
Matt, do you have
I
anything?
do not.
Jesse, do you have anything? Julie, do you have anything?
No.
All right. I have something. I want to wish everyone a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We won't see each other until sometime in January. So, and I would also thank the police department and the Public Works and the administrative staff for making our city a pretty good place to live. So, with that, I would take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.